Ocher's businessman shot and injured at his birthday party. A prominent Ocher's business owner was shot and injured at his birthday party on Saturday night. The businessman, Patrick Anthony Miller, owner of Sparkle's Auto Parts store, was attacked by a lone gunman while at the venue of his birthday celebration at Christian Lounge in Ocher, St. Anne. Reports were that Miller was standing close to a fence attached to the venue when the shooter climbed over and fired several shots, which caught Miller in the upper body. The gunman made his escape in a dark-colored motor vehicle which went towards the Great Pond Content Gardens area. Miller was rushed to hospital where he was admitted in serious condition. Body of woman found in barrel in gully along Marcus Garvey Drive. The decomposing body of a woman was found in a barrel in a gully along Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston in the vicinity of Industrial Terrace. It is reported that before midday, someone stumbled upon the barrel and raised an alarm. The body was inside a large garbage bag. The police were called and a team responded. The body was later removed as the Kingston West Police probed the matter. Taxi operators protest bad roads, sewage water along Walton Park Road. Commuters faced major disruption on Monday as taxi operators who plied the Walton Park Road route withdrew their services in protest over deplorable road conditions and persistent sewage issues in the area. The frustrated drivers blocked sections of the roadway with burning debris, bringing traffic to a standstill in the Kingston community. According to the drivers, they have repeatedly complained about the worsening conditions, but have seen no action from the relevant authorities. The sewage is unbearable because the drain is blocked, the sewage is overflowing, and the road right now, vehicles are struck it on as we're asking the relevant authorities to see what they can do to resolve this problem, one driver noted. Noting that there are no better alternative routes, while making the point that vehicle parts and repairs can be expensive, another added, "We work in a deplorable condition. We're suffering on the Walton Park Road right now. We need the road to fix. It's not normal to fix car out here. We're going through a really bad condition right now. If the road fixed today, tomorrow NWA come, then dig up the road, and they just throw some mud in a hit, them not fix it back. We're asking for the relevant authorities to come now, come today. Why neglect the road? That is my concern. Why neglect the road? Every day, gas sale, and taxi and bus operators buy the most gas. So, where are those billions of dollars going that is allocated to an annual basis?" one driver asked. Fitzhenley blasts Bunting for suggesting policymakers deserve no credit for reduction in murders. Government Senator Abaka Fitzhenley has blasted opposition spokesman on citizen security and productivity, Senator Peter Bunting, for what he says is Bunting's suggestion that policymakers deserve no real credit for the reduction in murders in 2024. Fitzhenley, in his contribution to the State of National Debate last Friday, also said Bunting suggested that the statistics, which show a near 20% reduction in murders last year, may be inaccurate or at minimum might not be reliable. That posture by the Jamaica opposition spokesman is not appropriate. It is shameful and unbecoming. Imagine the information is available to all who deserve to know. The JCF Jamaica Constabulary Force method of tallying crime statistics has not changed. Some method used now is what was used when murders increased from approximately 400 in 1989 to over 1,670 under the PNP, People's National Party administration of Percival Patterson. Same method used to tabulate murders when under the opposition spokesperson Bunting tenure, there was a cumulative 6% increase. It is the very same method used now that murders are done by 19%, stated Fitzhenley. To now question that process of tabulation when murders are done by 20% under this administration is hypocritical, and to show wanton disregard for the hard work of the men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Henley added. I say to the opposition spokesman, and I'm going to caution him to his face, do not allow the appears to be the thirst for political power to allow him to advance diabolical and hypocritical arguments that might be viewed as open diss to the efforts and integrity of the men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. and the move by the opposition spokesman and his surrogates to call into question and discredit the decline in murders and how crime statistics are tabulated is of greater embarrassment to them when you consider that the comments have come from the opposition spokesperson, who, when he was security minister and murder spiral, appeared to be on the verge of weeping, begging for divine intervention, and said despite the best efforts of the administration of which he was a part, the gains were low and slow. Fitzgerald continued. He acknowledged that much more needs to be done to bring the country's murder rate down, but added that the government has begun to obtain positive outcomes. In moving to create a safer society, we should remember their past and reject efforts from the opposition to get us back to the weak leadership that they offered when they had the opportunity to lead the country. Sections of Elders Depend and Thoughts Measures in Spanish Town under curfew. The police have imposed a curfew in sections of Elders Depend and Thoughts Measures in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. The curfew began at 6 p.m. on Monday, February 3rd, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 5th. The boundaries of the curfew are north from the runabout traveling along the Spanish Town bypass to the William Street intersection and the Spanish Town bypass, east from the intersection of William Street and the Spanish Town bypass, traveling to the intersection of William Street and French Street, south from the intersection of French Street and William Street, traveling to the intersection of Oxford Road and the Spanish Town bypass, west from the Oxford Road and the Spanish Town bypass intersection to the runabout. During the curfew, persons are required to remain indoors unless otherwise authorized by the person in charge of enforcing the curfew. 60 pounds of ganja seized in St. Elizabeth, 2 men charged. 2 men were arrested and charged by the police in St. Elizabeth on Saturday after being caught packaging large quantity of ganja in Arlington District. Charged with possession of ganja and dealing in ganja are 39-year-old Romeo Daly, otherwise called Dick, of Arlington District, and Andy Banks, otherwise called Dummy, or Biggie, a former of Vineyard District in the parish. According to reports, acting on intelligence, cops went to a premises in the district where they saw the 2 men under a blue tarpaulin packaging ganja. They were taken into custody. Further investigation revealed that the ganja weighed a total of 60 pounds. A court date for the men is being finalized. NHT encourages qualified businesses to utilize amnesty program. Eligible entities are being encouraged to utilize the third window of the National Housing Trust NHT Employer Awareness Amnesty Program to clear up outstanding contributions and become compliant. This phase of the program runs up to March 31, 2025, and is aimed at assisting micro, small, medium-sized enterprises and registered charitable organizations that have fallen behind on their payments. Speaking to JIS News recently, Assistant General Manager for Compliance Management at the NHT, Damian McNally, said businesses must have no more than 50 employers and an annual sale turnover not exceeding $425 million to be eligible for the program. The requirements for you are that you have to file all your annual returns that are outstanding, pay up all principal contributions, employee and employer's contributions, and remit interest and penalties calculated on the outstanding employer's contribution, McNally explained. Successful applicants would receive a waiver of penalty interest of employer's contribution. The amnesty program, which was introduced to support employers struggling with arrears, particularly in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, has been significant participation so far. As of December 2024, the NHT had processed just over 400 applications, approving approximately 325 of them. The program has facilitated the collection of nearly $100 million in contributions. McNally noted that while the program helps recover outstanding contributions, its primary goal is to benefit employees by ensuring their contributions are up to date. We measure our success from this program not necessarily from what NHT is able to collect, but in terms of how many employees are able to benefit, he pointed out. The NHT remains committed to supporting employers in their compliance efforts while ensuring that employees receive their rightful benefits. Employers seeking further details on the program are encouraged to contact the NHT or visit its website for more information. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.